Okay. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm happy to bring on board a few lessons from Career Desk. This is Mr. Benjamin Afubo Musumi, and I like to take through students who are just joining the university for a few tips in terms of understanding and preparing themselves for the full career navigation as they join the university. Um, Having been in the university experience for some years, this is my 23rd year serving the students. A few things that we have been able to observe from one time to another. You'll find that students arrive at the university and you'll find them a bit confused, terrified. Some are still navigating through, maybe thinking about home. Some have not understood their career future and so forth. So it becomes a very mixed scenarios, and very many students get confused at this level without proper reorganization. So the career sensitizations for new university students will be able to filter out some of the preparedness and things that, or key areas that the student is supposed to prepare himself or herself as they start their journey into their careers. Um, One of the things I'll say is that maybe just for introduction is to welcome everyone to this career sensitization for the new university students. Our theme is shaping your future, building a career path from day one. And as I had just informed you earlier, Mr. Afubwa is one of the longest serving in career services. And last year, 2024, he was able to win an award for the Best Director Career Services for the year 2024 under the CCA, that is the Corporate Career Academy, third award, Uongozi Award in 2024. That was on October 30th. So I'm choosing this title for our career sensation as shaping your future, building a career path from day one. Slide 2, or what I can say is about today is we need to explore career planning, which should start as early as you arrive in the university, the skills you will need for the future, and how to use university as a launchpad for your success. So by the end of this session, you should be able to understand why career planning should be done early, learn about future skills that employers are looking for, explore how to maximize university opportunities, create a personal career roadmap to guide your journey, and then ensure that you are able to navigate through these objectives, the four we have mentioned, through a very good roadmap. Now, why career development matters is, one, career development is not something that starts after graduation. Most of the students, most of the graduates will realize that the career preparation is too late. By the time they are graduating is when they start thinking about where they'll go to work, where they'll go for attachment, where they go for internships, which kind of can say maybe sectors they should have maybe been glued to earlier, and it's too late by this time. So then really for career development matters, career development is not something that starts at graduation time or after graduation. It's a lifelong process that begins the moment you step into the university. So that's supposed to be step one. When you are in the university, you have already started your career journey and you're supposed to define the pathway. Your degree is important, but what really sets you apart from others is your skills, your networks, and your experiences. Think of university as a launchpad where you start shaping your future version of yourself. You are not the only person whose grade A or NEC defined, But when you come to the university, you'll find there are a lot of entry points that they're supposed to build your life. Uh, what are some of the skills that are very important for future work, which you are supposed to build when you are in the university? Um, the world of work is changing rapidly with technology, globalization, and innovation. Employers are just looking for skills that can go beyond academics. Among the top skills are communication and teamwork, problem solving and critical thinking, digital literacy, adaptability and resilience, creativity and innovation, leadership and self-management, and finally, global and cultural awareness. Development these skills during university will be very, very important or very competitive for your against your competitors. So basically, if I can go through each one of them, communication and teamwork. You will find that each employer is, when you go to a workstation, even if you start your own business, you will want to work with the people. And when you are working with the people, you must be able to communicate. Communication takes about 4 natural perspectives. One is ability to listen and understand what is being communicated. Ability to speak and understand and convey what you wanted to, or the meaning to be interpreted properly from your speech. Then there is reading skills. You need to read what has been written and interpret it to the right direction where it's supposed to be, or where it has been defined to be acted upon. And then you are also writing to other people, and you are supposed to define a very good communication by writing or giving instructions. In all our interactions, we find these instructions are on daily basis, and every time we are in an office, anytime we are in a workplace, we are exchanging all the time, we are communicating. So communicating is the first skill that you must adopt and move very fast to have it. You must also be able to understand nonverbal communications, expression of anger, expression of disappointment or joy or happiness and all that. Get to know the moods of people, and you can be able to use this as a proper way of able to navigate through. Maybe when you are making requests, when you are pushing your agenda, there are all these communication methods or styles that you will need to use to navigate through. Teamwork. You'll find that at workplace, very many people are teaming up to make sure that an objective is, or a goal is achieved. For the organization to achieve a goal, you must be able to work with people, and you cannot assume that you will work alone and achieve. So you'll find always teamwork is very key, and for any organization, that's a very skill that you can score. We have also problem-solving skills and critical thinking. Yeah, you need to think beyond maybe just the job design or what you have been given as a whatever. There are a lot of things that will come on board, new issues that will come on your desk, and they need a decision making. You need to consult, and you need also to have maybe proposed solutions. So if there is a problem, you don't want to go with the problems to maybe your seniors or your colleagues, but also go with a number of proposals set with prioritization that this one can work, this one may not work. Or you are prioritizing this one because of this and this. Or you have analyzed the 2 or the 3 solutions, and you can be able to interpret them to the team where they are supposed to make now a final decision. And then critical thinking is the ability to think beyond what is current. For example, the futuristic of the organization. What are the objectives? What is the strategic plan of that organization? How do you align the strategic plan of the organization to the strategic plan of your department or your desk? All these will be required. And when you are in the university, you are supposed to build these skills through smaller activities which are outside the class or even within the class. And for example, you will find yourself having opportunities in clubs, opportunities in associations, opportunities um, in religious groups. All these are opportunities for you to put yourself into a launch pad that can give you very fine skills in terms of problem solving. For example, you are supposed to go for maybe a trip and the money you collected is not enough. You may be forced to change the venue because things were not working for the first venue, and you will finally go for the trip of your club, but under a smaller or a smaller budget as compared to what was maybe the prior plan. Otherwise, you'll find maybe another leadership style will cancel the trip completely. But now you will have also demotivated those who are going for the trip. And such things are escalating at even workplace, whereby when things are not working, maybe the budget is too high, then what's the option and so forth. So those are critical thinking and problem solving skills that you are supposed to be growing while you are still at the university. Digital literacy, right now, every quarter of organizations, we are in the AI era, and you'll find that these are data analysis and so forth. So you need to be highly digital in terms of your literacy so that you can survive the workplace challenges. In this case, if you are preparing yourself to go to the market when you are having these skills, you will be ready to be employed or absorbed in addition to your qualification as a bachelor's degree holder or a diploma holder. Very, very important. Adaptability and resilience. Yes, there are very many things that are changing and you must be able to navigate through critical thinking and readjusting. It means that you must able to switch. For example, companies are growing into new business. For example, a new department is being created, a new line of production is being created. This is very, very important for you to align yourself with the new aspirations so that you can be able to adapt and move on. For example, switching even departments and things like those ones. You'll find that demand of the organization can really request that you need to pick up even extra. Maybe you train as an accountant, but you are supposed to be holding a position for an accountant and then maybe procurement officer. So being added the procurement officer position is a matter of the growth of the organization when it's still growing. So you'll find you'll do very many duties at the start when the organization is still starting, but as it shapes up, then these departments can be broken into other individual departments. So you'll find that you will need to adapt working outside your area of specialization, and that's how the employment you can be retained. So resilience is very important when it's such decisions. Sometimes organization can go low in terms of their even maybe their revenues, and they need maybe to cut down some maybe allowances and so forth. This was very, very well seen during the COVID time, and you must be able to adapt and move on. Creativity and innovation. Yes, ability to create and innovate, change things the way they are done is very, very important. Have a style that can bring in a different thought or a saving thought. For example, right now we are in digital era, and we had also analog era. We normally print documents and all that. If your organization, for example, has been using, let's say, five reams of printing papers per day, if you cost that, it's about 3,500 per day. If that's the case, if you go using digital and you accept that the email will be the mode of communication, then automatically this brings in a saving. Every day, if you are saving 3,500, if you multiply that by 30 for a month, and if you multiply this by 12 months, you'll find that there is a very high cost saving within the organization. So this is some of the things we are proposing, that maybe you can change a form that was being used hard copy. That form can be adjusted and it can be used online. And if it can be filled online and approved online, it will have saved a lot of cost in terms of printing. And then there is also the other side of the climate change, which it will also be saving, that we shall not be cutting down trees in terms of preparation of the, we are cutting down the deforestation by ensuring that we go digital instead of using paper. So leadership and self-management, very, very key again in the workplace, current workplace. Ability to have that leadership is very, very important, because you need to build your leadership when you are in the university. And if you are in the university, for example, you will need to associate with the clubs, associate with the groups, even just what you call the assignment group that you have been given in class. It's always good to be accepting the leadership role you are given. If you are the one going to present today, you'll find that you are able to prepare in terms of speaking skills. If you are the one going to the library work, you will know to do the research work. So that assignment, when you work on it as an individual, you should be able to bring out or come out with these skills well refined. You have research skills, you have leadership skills in terms of presentation, you can guide others, you are the secretary or you are the chairperson of the group, then it means you will be able to manage people, bring people together and get to understand their weaknesses and also ride on their strength successfully. So, for example, when you are making a team for organizing an event, you'll find that you are able to delegate appropriately. You are able to analyze the strength of these team members and assign them the roles that they can be able to play. You can also train them in terms of bringing them to the speed. Those who are maybe weak in some areas, you can bring them to the positions that can bring them up in terms of growing their strength. And you will be already learning leadership and leadership styles that you can be able to use to deliver in terms of skills. And when you go to workplace, these are some of the things are required. So when you are in the university, these are the things you're supposed to. So you cannot be in the university and you'll just be going to class and walking out. You are given assignments, you are just a passerby. Your name is just added on the list of the teamwork. That is not correct. So you must be able to do the assignment, participate in the assignment, do the presentations in the class. It will help you to bring out the boldness and confidence. And finally, understanding global and cultural awareness is very, very important. Things like now global aspects like climate change, inclusion and inclusivity, these are basics that are very, very important. So developing these skills while you are at the university is very, very key, and it will ride you into competitiveness at the time you are finishing your course. Then the other area we need to do is maximizing university opportunities. University is much more than just attending classes. It's a training ground full of opportunities to grow. Um, you can join student clubs and societies, seek internships and attachments, participate in research projects, especially like for the students who are in the university right now, you need to understand that all schools are undertaking research projects or they are working with research. Some of their staff, they are already training or furthering their studies and they are doing some research. So you need to find out and work with these lecturers as maybe research assistants, collect data for them, get to know what they are researching about. Some of those topics will help you even to navigate faster and you can be able to publish. If you are part of the research work, you might find yourself being cited in a refereed journal, which ensures that you are already a participant in a research and you have participated in a refereed journal public article. You should be able to find mentors in these departments again. The lecturers who are teaching you are very, very important people because they are able to connect you to the outside world. Most of the students concentrate within learning, just going to class and walking out. They never know even their mentor, they never know their lecturers by name, and that is a weak point. Further, you need to volunteer in your community around the university, or if not, even around your village. So as you continue with your studies, you should not leave out some of these things that make you learn more and get practice. And this is the requirement of experience that you will be asked when you check out of the university, and you will need to have included this into your curriculum vitae. So this is a time when you are supposed to be um, architecturing your CV. By the time you are finishing your third year or fourth year, you are now able to bring out the real experiences. You can be able to practice the real experiences you gained when you are in the university. Another area of benefit is use maximization of career office and job fairs. Most of the time, the career office, we organize fairs. We invite guests to speak to you. We invite HR officers to come and speak to you. And these are usually very, very important people to guide you on some of the expectations in future. Each of these experiences helps you to develop skills and build networks that will benefit you later in the job market. Now, another area is how do you prepare your, your career roadmap? I call this my career roadmap. To make progress, you need a plan. Your career roadmap has 4 steps, and the first step will be identify your strength and interests, or what you commonly say SWOT analysis. When you carry out SWOT analysis, it means that you will be able to understand your strength, your weaknesses, and your opportunities and threats. What are some of the threats and what are some of the opportunities? Once you understand that, you are able to navigate very fairly through the university. Step 2, you set short-term goals for the year or for this semester. For example, I'll advise the first year students or first semester students who have just joined the university. You must divide your career roadmap into 4 categories: the first year, the second year, the third year, and the fourth year. When you do this, you have a very good opportunity of having targets that you are supposed to be have accomplished by each year. So for example, in fourth year, you are supposed to target that you are going to graduate with a second class honors because you are targeting minimally to join masters. You want to go to postgraduate studies or graduate studies. That means you need to have a minimum of second upper as a qualification, which will bring you to speed to start your masters immediately. That is one. You will need to have a job or internship to achieve or to get an internship immediately you have graduated or immediately you complete your fourth year. Now you need to know a few companies and sectors that will guide you there. If that's the case, then you will find that you need also to know if your course has got specialization, then which specialization will you have selected at third year. So you will find that this breaks it down. For example, if you are doing, for example, Bachelor of Commerce, you need to come up with, in third year, you need to select either accounts, finance, or whichever. So out of those two, you need to know if you love to do accounts, which organization will you like to, which sector will you like to work with? Then it means you need to start even researching more about those organizations, that sector. If it's in tourism sector, you need to understand tourism sector, hotel industry, and so forth. If it's health industry, you need to understand a lot about health industry. How does financing in health happens? What are some of the statistical requirements or some of the courses you may have need to do professional courses to add value towards that. For example, a student who is doing BCom, by third year, you are supposed to be also making sure that you navigate this with CPA or SCCA. With that, you'll find that you will be considered as a refined professional into the entry job market. At the same time, you may find that you need to do courses, short courses like data analysis, if you are going, for example, to any sector, because you will need to have what you call data analytics skills that will support your financial planning, either budget or something like that. So these are basic skills in that profession that will put you into a separation from other competitors, and you will attract employers based on this. So in third year, for example, then you must have set your whatever that by that year you must be having data analytical skills, and therefore it means you will need to register for a course, or you need to go through maybe an online course about data analytics and understand how to apply the same in your area of study. Step two, set short, yeah, these are short-term goals I was talking about for this year, for second year, for third year, and so forth. So it means that, for example, in first year, first semester, you may need to just analyze the clubs. Analyze the clubs, get to know which clubs are in the university, which associations are in the university, learn what they do. Are they focused in your area of strength? Are they focused along your professional line? Are they focused on just growing your leadership? For example, some of us, we are here, but we are targeting even just political leadership is our area of interest. Then if that's your strength, you need to build it when you are in the university. You can target to vie for these opportunities in maybe um, um, uh, students association or in the clubs or so in the religious associations. You can vie and get the leadership and get to learn from there. Make mistakes when you're still in university. By the time you are getting out, you are already adopted. You can understand how to navigate solving problems. Yeah. Then step three, define your long-term vision for the next maybe 5 to 10 years. For example, in the next 10 years, you are looking forward to be a vice chancellor. If you're looking forward to be a vice chancellor in the next 10 years, or a deputy vice chancellor, or a dean of a lecturer in the university, then it means you must be able to navigate through your trainings or your academic very fast. Your academia journey must move very fast. So you must put that if I'm targeting to be a dean or a lecturer in the next 5 years, then I need to be having a PhD. So PhD will be 3 years. Come down from PhD, master's is 2 years. From 2 years, the degree bachelor's is 4 years. So when you put 10 years together, you'll find that they are able to define. You'll have gone through your bachelor's, your master's, and your postgraduate, your PhD. So that one will be settled. And that plan, now you work backwards. So it means you have several things you must achieve. You are targeting goals to be achieved within every level of life. Now, if that's the case, if you are targeting that, then it means in this first semester, for you to get a first class honors, then it means your cut marks, the first month or the second month of the university, your cut marks, you must be able to get at least 25 and above as a target in every unit. So that in the examination, you are targeting now probably around 45 or 50 out of 70 to make sure you get now 75%, which will give you an A. And this one is a very good set in terms of making sure you graduate with a first class honors or a second class upper. Together with now these other skills, you will be moving towards your success story of university life and your academia life, where you are targeting to be a lecturer and an administrator in the university. So unless you have this, it will be very difficult for you to have this. Their pathways are different. You'll find there are people who are very, very well endowed in research. There are people who are very, very endowed in business and all this politics and so forth. So you must build your skills when you are in the university. You don't wait until later and then you start regretting things did not work. So as a wrap up, what can we say? Remember that your career is something you create, not something that just happens to you. You will build it yourself and you are here to do that. Take small steps now. Visit the Office of Career Career if you are in the university. Across board, I'm not talking only to maybe my university. Join a student club, find a mentor, and build at least one new skill every semester. This will be a very big score for you. Your future is built today, so start shaping from day one. Thank you very much. I'm so happy to meet you, and those who will watch this video, give your feedback. Thank you very much.